Hey everyone, I'm just going to do a short video review of my AutoArt Bugatti Veyron. This is a pre-production prototype shown in the classic black and red metallic. Actually, the paint job on these is phenomenal. Actually, that being said, all the details on the car are phenomenal. We'll go over all that, but this will just be a overview of this car. The Veyron's name comes from Pierre Veyron. He was a Bugatti developmental engineer. And of course it does have the classic 16-cylinder engine that is exposed. And of course the EB logo for Ettore Bugatti. It's have huge tires, and the chrome on the wheels is very, very nice. They are the Michelin Pax tires. Of course, you can see behind the wheel is the drilled disc brakes with the satin silver calipers. As stated before, this is the pre-production prototype, so it's not exactly to the production car's standards. And then, of course, on the door itself, you can see Pierre Veyron's signature, or replication of the signature. Up front does have the classic Bugatti horseshoe grille, and on the AutoArt, it is a fine mesh screen. Of course, it does have the Bugatti logo, and the intakes are also a nice mesh. That being said, as detail, the headlamps are incredible. They are behind a clear piece of plastic, and the chrome is very, very nice on it. And you can see the individual elements. As far as AutoArt standards go, fit and finish is next to none. Panel gaps are very tight, and detail is just completely flawless. This is probably one of my favorite models that I have. And then just taking a quick look at the 16-cylinder engine. It is a W16 engine, and there's not too much detail, just because of the nature of how it's mounted. But you can see the third brake light, and then you can also see through the window as well, the interior detail. Very, very nice. And your twin air snorkels on top. They also have the same fine mesh screening. This is incredible. Alright, and looking inside the car, I'll open up the door. The detail here is beyond astounding. The way AutoArt makes its plastic pieces look like leather and almost feel like leather is, I don't know how they do it. But you can see the chrome details on the doors. You got your stainless steel tread plates. The interior is also carpeted, so it is very high quality. You see the foot pedals, they're actually mounted in the floor and above the dashboard. Steering wheel. On the interior, you see Pierre Veyron's signature, since he is the namesake of the car. I'm actually zoomed in, and you can actually see some of the fine details, the instrument cluster. The steering column is actually two pieces, just like it would be in the real car. And another thing that I want to zoom in on, if I can, is the dashboard. The center tunnel actually has the texture of machined aluminum. Of course, you got your gear selector. And I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here. Just take a look at the seats. Seats are very nicely detailed. You can kind of see back here is the seat belt with individual buckles. Of course, you have the EB logo. And see, and that's another way you can tell this is a pre-production prototype. The prototypes had inboard mounted seat belts. The actual production car, the seat belt would actually be mounted in this area here. And of course, detail to the headliner is the same. See if I can get it in there. They don't make cameras very small. I wish I had a smaller camera, but the vehicle is fully lined. Of course, it doesn't have an interior rear view mirror just because of the nature of the car, but it is individual. The overhead console has a lot of nice detailing on it. Just a very high quality model. Alright, let's walk up to the passenger side, open up the door. Detail is the exact same. Pierre Veyron signature on the transmission tunnel kick plate. A little bit better view of the how they made that texture. Of course, you can see the controls on the center console. The seat detail has the EB logo on the seat back. Of course, a nice view of the carpet. Alright, up front, a little bit harder to open just because I have fat fingers and the model itself is... The front actually doesn't stay open, so I'm going to have to help it, but as you can see inside, you have your fluid fills, probably for washer fluid and possibly brake fluid. I'm not 100% sure, but you can see it does have fitted luggage as well. They do not come out in this model, but it's nice that they added that there. It is an option through Bugatti, and the hood part is actually a matte textured finish, so it actually feels different from the painted metal. Alright, I've got it upside down now. This shows the extremely flat nature of the car. The actual car itself is like this as well. You have your Venturi tunnels here to direct airflow. The whole bottom plate is carbon fiber, and in this case it's just textured to be carbon fiber. This little switch here actually deploys your rear spoiler, and I'll show that here in a minute. Give you a good view of the tire treads. Shows here it's a 118 Bugatti EB 164 Veyron, serial number 5091, and it's AutoArt. You can see in here the suspension mechanisms. AutoArts don't have operating suspensions, but the detail is so amazing on these that you can kind of make up for that. And while the car's upside down, we'll just take another look at the large brakes that are inside this vehicle. Alright, we're going to pop the spoiler up. So unlike the production car that AutoArt has, where it has the fully adjustable fins, the prototype wasn't the exact same. It does still have some nice detail on it. And of course underneath the spoiler, you see more of that mesh screening that they use. Alright, this is just about concludes our quick look at my AutoArt 1/18 scale Bugatti Veyron. As always, thanks for watching. and hope to see you soon.